Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. In today's video I will be doing a detailed flip through in my traveler's notebook. This is a traveler's notebook that I picked up from Walmart. It does come with two inserts, which I am not using at the moment, but the notebook itself with the two inserts is around $6. To get inside, yeah, it's really nice and smooth. It has a built-in pin loop, which is good, and it has a flap here with 3 card holder slots here, and then in the back there's this little pocket here. So the first thing I have is this little plastic, which came with my first traveler's notebook. I really do like this pocket. It is getting worn some from where the string is. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it is starting to tear some. I will have to start looking for a replacement, one very similar, because I do like this a lot. In the front I normally keep some sticky notes, some receipts, some checks, stamps, just any little odds and end paper will go in this pouch. And then I just did this little printable here just to kind of give it some privacy since it is rather see-through. The first insert that I have is my monthly, which I made myself. I don't think I'll be making any more monthly inserts from here on out. When I first got my traveler's notebook, I just couldn't find any inserts or any of the size that I needed, so I ended up making this one. It's not perfect. You'll see some of the pages, they're not all the same exact size, and I did use my sewing machine to sew the pages in here. This little plastic sleeve or covering I made myself with some, I think it's like a sheet protector that I use, and then some packing tape, and inside I just stuck some card paper in here for the decor. The actual cover of the insert is a thank you card that I received, and then inside you'll see I used some stamps and some stickers and then some washi tape to give it a bit of design. For the monthly, I did a layout this way rather than that way. I just felt like this gave me more room to write, and at first I was mostly using it for work related tasks, but I have since changed it to incorporate work and home. And for this entire traveler's notebook, I'm pretty much just use washi tape and then any leftover stickers from sticker kits that I had for my catch-all planner that I keep at home. And that's June. July. This is the current month, August, and then I do have September set up. So after the monthly, I do have a section with my kids' doctor's information and my doctor's information. We did switch medical coverage or medical insurance, so we all have new doctors and information, so I have that there. And then with all the changes that have been happening, and then I think next week or 2 weeks from now, September 1st, will make a year that we've been in our new home and our new state and our new city. And so I'm still playing around with some morning routines and afternoon routines. So that's just what this is all here. And then especially since I've been working at home part-time, and then that is not a set schedule, it does change. So I'm just really trying to play around with trying to get a schedule down that works for me. Here I have some possible runs and races that I wanted to do. I am signed up for a full marathon in, I believe, February. At this point I don't even know if that's going to happen. It's just been so much going on and are canceling so many races and runs, and I just actually haven't even been having the motivation to do my training like I'm supposed to. So that is really up in the air. Here I have my 3 running shoes, and I've tracked every month. At the end of the month I will go and see how many miles I did per month, and I'll put it here, and then I have the running total. So I haven't done August yet. I'll probably do that in the next 2 weeks. And then again, just more scheduling that I was playing around with. So that is my monthly section. I'm going to skip the middle book for now, but I will go back to that. I don't have a weekly section in here. I did have one, but I found that I really didn't need to have a weekly calendar with me on the go, so I took that out. This insert I mostly use for pre-planning. I made this cover as well, and I printed a dashboard that I purchased off of Etsy, and that's what you'll have here, the front and back. This book I did not make. This came with my original Traveler's Notebook. I made my own year at a glance. Here I have a list of yearly things that need to be done. My HOA schedule. We purchased a water system for the house which purifies the water and is also a water softener, and so we have this tank that we have to add salt to, and the person that installed it said that for a household of our size that we should have to add the salts every 3 to 4 months. So we don't know if that how accurate that is, so we have been checking it, but I did do a loose schedule of what or when we should be adding salts, and then we also get yearly maintenance for the system. Here are my list of things that I want to do for the house. We need to trim some trees in the backyard. We had some bushes removed in the front yard. I still need to fix a chip in the shower. And yeah, these are just some things that I wanted to do in the house, and as they are done I will just go ahead and fill them in, and if we come up with more things that we want to do, it will just get added here. So this one is really new. We decided we wanted to get a ceiling fan in the front room, and we haven't had that done yet, so that has not been filled in. Here I have a list of things that I want to buy for the home. Coffee table, some dining room chairs. We do have a dining room set, table and chairs, but I do want to replace the chairs. We decided to keep the table but just get new chairs. And again, if we come up with more things, it'll just get added onto the list. Here I have my to buy section for both of my kids. Just some things that I know that they will need in the future that they don't necessarily need right now, but I do want to be mindful of those things that they need to get, and as they get them, I go ahead and mark them in. And then I have my I kind of pre-plan my months, major events that I want to do that month. Normally I will have my habit tracker ideas, any 30-day challenges that I'm wanting to do, a YouTube schedule, an Instagram schedule, because I am trying to post more on Instagram, anything that I want to buy, and then like a to-do list of like bigger projects that will take me a while to do, such as print photos for my photo album and kind of rearrange and update the photo album. So I have been doing that. And if something doesn't get done one month, it will get placed on the following month. I'll also list any holidays and birthdays, any special events that I anticipate on doing that month. Here is August. So every month on this list I do add my update book list and update my running shoe mileage. And I did start September, so this is what September looks like. I'm sure at this point, because we're so close to the end of August, that some of these tasks will get moved onto this section. So that is my pre-plan section, and then towards the back I do have like a dream log. I didn't dream for a long time, and if I did, I didn't remember them, but all of a sudden this year I've been having a lot of dreams and remembering them, and so I've been trying to jot them down. I kept maybe like 10 pages in this traveler's notebook to record those dreams, and I am very close to running out. I think I have like 2 more pages left. What else do I have here? So towards the back I also have like a note section, which I am almost out of pages. I think I might have like a page and a half left of the note section, and then in the very back I have a financial section where I have been tracking some monthly bills, and then some some finances that I wanted to track and for like savings and stuff. So that is what's in this book. I think next year I'm going to have to break this book down more instead of having I think I just had too much in this insert, and hopefully I won't run out of pages, but I am very close to doing so. So next year I'm probably going to do a separate insert for my dreams alone, and then maybe a separate insert for the pre-planning for the months, and then a separate, I think I can actually put the notes and the financial stuff in one insert together. So this is probably going to go from being one insert to probably 3 or 4. Okay, so my middle section, the middle insert that I have, like I said, I don't plan on keeping it in here a long term, because it is not something that needs to be everyday carry. It's not something that I have to have on me, but I have been carrying it because of my lunch breaks. I have been working in it, and this is my book journal. I decided to start a book journal or a book log this year because I find that I've been picking up the same books, and I'll start reading it and I'll get like, you know, a quarter of it into it, and I'm like, I think I've read this before. I did try a spreadsheet a few years ago to try to remember what books I've read, but I wasn't really good on keeping up with that. So I made a separate book. I've been watching a lot of book journals to get some ideas, and in the beginning it was very simple. So I just have my cover page here, and I was just basically writing down each book that I read, the title, the author, and then giving it some stars, and then just using some leftover stickers that I had from previous sticker kits to decorate it. So let me see, March I did 15 books, and April was 10 books. By the time I got to May, I had stumbled across I was watching a book journal, and the YouTuber had mentioned about a readathon, and I was very intrigued. It was a Asian readathon where she directed me to another page where they did the announcement of the Asian readathon and gave you all the rules and what it entitled. Basically, you just read a bunch of books where the author is of Asian descent or the main character in the story is Asian. So this was my Asian marathon. May is the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I was not very prepared in which books to read when I found out about it. It was very close to May 1st, and so I just Googled Asian authors, and yeah, this month was very intense reading. A lot of the stories were like, man, about the struggle of Asians, how they came to America, and all the discrimination that they had faced, and their experience on Ellen Island, and just how they were mistreated. And then some of the books had to do with how all the racism that they deal with in Asia, the Japanese coming in trying to control China, and it's just very like intense and emotional. And so June, I was just like, yeah, I just need a bunch of light reads, and I pretty much did just all romance. Here is when I decided that I need to, what works, reading works better for me when I have multiple books going. I like to have 4 books going at one time. I will normally do kind of like a thriller or a mystery, and then a self-help or self-improvement book. Those books I like to do just one of those books a month. I will take my time reading it, maybe a chapter or 2 a day, just because I really want to soak in the information. I will take notes and go back and reread certain sections. So I normally just have one of those books. And then what's the other 2 books? Oh, a romance, but the romance can't have drama in it. It just needs to be very like boy meets girl type book, very like maybe lighthearted and fast read, maybe some humor in it. And then I like to have some type of sci-fi or young adult book, something with like some type of supernatural aspect to it. So those are the 4 genres that I like to have going all at the same time. And so if I am reading a book that's just very intense and has a lot going on, I do find out like oh, I need to take a break from this and kind of switch a subject matter, so I'll switch to another book. In July, I found another readathon, which was the Black Readathon, where you read books that are either written by Black authors or the main characters are Black. So that one I was not prepared for as well, because again, I found out about this readathon right before it started, so I was scrambling to find books, and this was another intense month of reading. I did not, however, I did learn my lesson from May. So all of these books are not by Black authors or have Black characters. A lot of them do, but I did take some breaks in between to get some other type of reading in. And then come August, I found some printables that I purchased off of an Etsy shop, which are perfect for a reading log, because they come in, these are the size is Hobonichi week size. So by the time I cut it down, it was perfect. It gave me just enough room to put down the washi tape to adhere it to the pages. It does take up 2 pages, which is good, because I do find that my books have increased a lot lately. However, then I don't really have the space to do the stickers and decor, which is fine with me. I think I'm good with that at the moment. And then I decided, after watching more book journals, that I wanted to do more with this insert, and so I made a list of favorite authors and authors to check out. So I have that here, and then I wanted to keep track of a different type of genre books that I was reading, so I have that here. I went on Goodreads and set a goal for myself to read a certain amount of books, but because I had never tracked the amount of books that I read in a year before or at all, I was at a loss as to where to start. So I just picked a number, which was 120. But come the end of July, I'm already at 84. I haven't filled in August yet, but if I know how many books I've read in August, and that already puts me at 103 for August. So I quickly realized that I'm going to exceed the 120, so I decided to just go ahead and add this page here to 180. I probably won't reach that, but that's okay. But I did know that I was going to reach past 120, and I wanted to know exactly how many books I read throughout the year, so I added this just in case. Here I have this beautiful books to read TBR shelf, and I've been writing in the books that I had to backtrack a lot because I recently did this. So I put in all the books that I read and then colored them in, and then on the back side I did the same, and the ones that are not colored in are going to be some of the books that I plan on reading next month, which is September. Here I have a little color code of some markers, just so I can see what the marker looks like, and then I put the number down of the marker, and then I have my September set up for next month. In the very back, I have this little spread that I made, and this is for the collections series that I want to read. So I've just finished the selection. I got one more book in the Hunger Games. Twilight, I've read the first 4, but I just realized that there was another book that I did not know about, The Short Second Life of Britannia. So I ordered that, and then my husband was so kind to surprise me with the Midnight Sun book. So I will be finishing the complete Twilight series soon. To All the Boys I Loved Before, I've done that one. Divergent, I have one more book left in. So yeah, this is pretty much just some series and collections that I have started reading or would like to read. And I did give myself plenty of room because I know I will eventually add on more, and then I'm hoping that I can use this book for all of 2021 as well. If not, these are tip-ins. This one and this one are tip-ins, so I can just remove those out and put those in my new book journal insert. But that is it, guys. That is a complete flip through of my traveler's notebooks. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and happy planning.